Yotes coming off a 17-3 win at Indiana State over the weekend. An uneven performance, but it goes in the win column, and ultimately that's all that matters. And Chris, we're going to start with the defense because, hey, they only gave up 3 points. Another standout performance from this group. The defensive line, a couple of guys making big plays, especially in that first half to keep Indiana State to minimal production.
Yeah. Anytime your defense gives up 3 points, you're going to have a chance to win the game. And this defensive line is a position group we've been highlighting throughout this entire season. And, it all starts up front defensively. And, when you're talking about the first drive of the game, right, Indiana State's going down the field, they're driving down, and Blake Holden's able to get a big sack that pushes them back a couple yards, and they end up missing a field goal. And that's a great example of how those little yards, they're still able to get a field goal, but it plays a big difference when, you're talking about a 35-yard field goal to a 40-yard field goal, and they end up missing. And then in the second quarter, again, down in the red zone, 3rd and 14, 3rd and goal, they end up getting another big sack. Nick Gaze and Marquise Grace on the big sack, push them back again. They end up making the field goal, but again, defensive line standing up, making big plays and sacks on 3rd downs, crucial for this defense.
Yeah, forcing those 2 field goals proved to be big with the way that this game did unfold. And by the way, team sacks total stands at 17 for the year. That's 4th best in the Missouri Valley Football Conference, tied for 25th in all of FCS football this year. But and a lot of the D-line have contributed to that number in their own way. All right, let's take a look at the offense now. A couple of play-action completions from Aiden Bauman, one to Carter Bell, and another to J.J. Galbraith. And both just big-time plays for different reasons, though.
The play-action pass game's been huge for them this season. And the first catch by Carter Bell, first of all, amazing catch. But when you come out pre-snap and you see those safeties playing low, outside they're playing man technique, and they're really wanting to get those safeties into the box to play the run. And so when Aiden gives a hard play-action fake, those safeties step down into the box, and it gives Carter Bell a lot of room to kind of run across the field. Aiden's able to throw him across the field, and he makes a spectacular catch for a massive explosive play. And then in the third quarter, the play-action pass to Galbraith was a great play design. They're in a 3-by-1 set, and another hard play action, getting the backers to step up, but they end up running kind of a switch 3 vertical play design, where Galbraith end up running up the seam, and the safety that has him in man overflows over the top. Galbraith's able to slip him inside and catch a ball up the seam. So another great look at how big this play-action pass game has been huge for this offense and how it's going to continue to be crucial for them as we move down the season.
Yeah, that 59-yard completion to J.J. Galbraith was part of a 98-yard touchdown drive and was really what flipped this game and gave the Yotes the momentum on offense that they had been lacking to that point. And so, there's been a real connection between Aiden Bauman and J.J. Galbraith all season long, but particularly on 3rd down at different times as well. And so that's been really good to see. Aiden finishes the day 11 of 17, 180 yards, no touchdowns, but more importantly, no turnovers once again. The efficiency continues for the Coyote signal caller. But part of the reason that play-action game, Chris, has worked so well was, of course, the running game. And it wasn't a huge day overall statistically for South Dakota, but the running game did its thing, certainly.
Yeah, and ultimately, that's what's going to get defenders to step up in the back end on those play-action passes. So big plays in the run game is going to continue to set up that play-action game for them as the season goes on. And so, we talk about this Charles Pierre 81-yard touchdown run. It's an inside zone with a cross sifter, and again, highlighting Galbraith. Big block on the defensive end, and a play like this, it's able to really crease backside and cut back a lot, and that's what happens where that block by Galbraith becomes crucial to kick that end out, and now there's a cutback lane for Pierre, and then after he cuts back, the safeties are down in the box, overrun the front side, and he's able to just get to the end zone. He showed some great bursts on that run. I like what I saw from him. And then highlight Travis Tice again here. I love this play. It's the 4th quarter. They're trying to run their 4-minute offense, end the game with the ball in their hands. And, there's about a minute left in the game. And there comes Travis Tice getting downhill, tough, stiff arm to the defender, and just put an exclamation mark on a game that not the cleanest game the Yotes have played, but again, a win's a win, and that's really the biggest thing that matters. But, I love the way he's running, and Galbraith with another big block on that Tice run. So I like what Galbraith did this game in the pass game and the run game, springing open some big plays.
Yeah, so the second time this year that the Yotes have had two running backs go over 100 yards in the same game. First career 100-yard day for Charles Pierre. That earns him, of course, Missouri Valley Football Conference Newcomer of the Week honors. Travis Tice, meanwhile, third time in 5 games he's been over 100. He's having an all-conference level season, 6th time in his career. And with that, he moves into 10th all-time in rushing at South Dakota. But again, 2 100-yard days. They went about it in very different ways. Obviously, the big burst play from Charles Pierre getting him close, and then Tice getting there with that big run you just mentioned, that 34-yarder to kind of ice the game for them. But great day for the Coyote running backs, over 200 yards as a team on the ground, which is always good news. Of course, that sets up the best matchup on paper of the rivalry series between South Dakota and South Dakota State. USD up to number 4 in the Stats FCS poll this week. Jackrabbits still number 1, and they certainly deserve that as the defending national champs, and they have done nothing to show otherwise so far this season. So that's exciting. Obviously, there was some talk about College Game Day. We know now that is not going to happen. As fortunate as that might be, there's still going to be a very special guest on the USD sideline Saturday. Strev, tell the people what they want to hear here.
I'm coming in town, man. I can't wait to be back. It's going to be my first game back in the Dome since I left. It's been 6 years.
Ooh.
I'm just excited, man. There's a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement around this program. I'm able to be there and support them, see some old teammates, coaches. It's going to be electric.
Oh, it's going to be a good time. Glad to have you in the building Saturday, certainly adding to an already festive environment. So you heard it here first on See It Like Strev. Chris Strevler will be in attendance Saturday for USD SDSU, that 1 o'clock kickoff at the Dakota Dome. Of course, that game live on Midco Sports. Pregame show starting a half hour ahead of time, and then we get going right at 1 o'clock. So look forward to that. Strev, as always, thanks for your time, man. Can't wait to see you on the weekend.
Hey, I'll see you this weekend, man. Can't wait. Go Yotes.